Hello, welcome to the Smalls Talk podcast, where I'm your host Tiffany, joined by my husband and co-host
Brandon,
and we are the Smalls.
Join us each episode for a small talk about marriage, fitness, family, and life.
Well, today it's been a long time.
Long time, but
Since
you'll
we
find
did a
out why
podcast.
in a little bit.
Since we did a podcast. First, I guess we're gonna go ahead and get started with the Smalls world. What's been going on in our world? I'm gonna let Brandon start. I'm gonna kick it to him. I'm always gonna let him start first. So, hey.
Well, what's going on in the Smalls world on my end? Your boy just had a birthday. I turned the big 40. I know I don't look a day over 30, but it's true. I'm 40. Feel good. Had a good birthday. Feel good. Look good. Still strong.
You don't feel old?
Nah, I don't feel old.
That's good.
I don't feel old. I think I've taken care of my body well so that when I got to this age, I wouldn't be one of those broke down old men.
Well, welcome to the 40s Club.
Thank you.
40s Club.
Thank you for keeping the seat warmed up for me.
That's right. It's warm. Anything else you want to add?
Nah, we'll talk about other stuff later.
Okay. Well, my world, a lot has been going on, but I'm just gonna say, kids just say the dirtiest things. I had a conversation with my sister today. We were just talking, but just my kids, the girls, and I said they're so different, right? I said Taylor's so shy, and Brandy is just like that knuck if you buck child. So she asked 50 questions. I was telling my sister she asked 50 questions. I said, I don't know if she got that from me or not, but she asked 50 little questions. She'll be like, Mommy, why you doing this? You know, you don't gotta do this. And today she was just so stubborn. I was telling her, trying to give her something to eat, and she was just sitting there looking at me. And so I'm just amazed how you have two kids from the same parents, but act totally different. So just learning how to adapt to those two young ladies that we have, little girls that we have, to be a better mother, better friend. So that's all that's been going on in my world. What you got? What's the topic for the day?
Topic for the day. So as y'all know, we've been going for a little bit. It wasn't intentional. But we got some news to share with y'all. Some of y'all may know this. Some of y'all may not. For those that don't know it, we're expecting another child.
We are. I mean, most everybody probably know it by now, but you know,
A lot of y'all know.
we haven't did a podcast in a while, so we wanted to address the pregnancy.
Yeah.
To address the pregnancy. So what you got to say about that?
It was definitely a shocker.
It was.
I was always open to the idea of having a third child. Of course, I wanted a boy, but I would have been fine. However, and so it was kind of shocking in that we weren't necessarily trying. I mean, it's funny, my uncle and a few other older men, have basically gave me different analogies, but it's like, hey, if you keep playing around, it's bound to happen. One guy told me, you can't expect to eat food and not get fat. So it's like, hey, I know how science and the body works. Of course, we have two other children. So we know like the scientific reason of how it happened, but the logical, analytical side of how it happens is like, how and when did that happen? Because we definitely were being careful. And we went 5 years. I think it was about, Brandy was about two or three. So yeah, it's been a few years that we've been very, very careful, and everything was good until guess one day in January.
I guess one day in January, huh?
Yeah.
Well, for me, I'm just gonna say this. For me, I was praying really, really hard. Because day 1 was missed and day 2, and I was like, oh Lord, please let it come on. I don't think it was another woman as probably so in the world that wanted to come on more than me, but it didn't. So I was a little upset, to be honest, I didn't take the news as good as Brandon and Brandy, me and Taylor didn't. So I think when I truly found out, I was kind of mad and trying to figure out, like Brandon said, how did it happen? Even though I knew how, but when did it happen? Trying to put everything together, it didn't make sense. And I was kind of mad at him, right? But I mean, it takes 2 people to tangle. But I was just in my own world like, this cannot be happening. Lord, I am 41 years old, but to be 42. I am done. I have punched the clock, right? That's what I kept saying. But at the beginning, like I said, I cried. Taylor cried. She did not want a sibling.
She wasn't happy at all.
She was like, no, this is not what I want. Brandon don't listen to me now. And I understood where she was coming from. I'm the baby, even though she's the oldest. But I did understand where she was coming from. And I think it just took me a little while to soak in that for a while to accept it, I guess, And, that's just how I feel it. That's how I felt at first. Our feelings were different. And to go to the next part of my journey, I know when I told my best friend, she was excited. And some others were super duper excited. They was like, you don't sound excited. I was like, no, really not. But like I told my husband, I said, well, you're going to have to give me a moment. I don't feel the way you feel right now, but just give me a moment and let me go through this right now. And and I got through it. And
I mean, even in that, I was excited, but you're trying to temper those feelings so that I can make you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, hey, the old man still got it.
Yeah, I didn't want to hear that.
But she didn't want to hear that, so I couldn't be walking around the house just saying that and making her feel bad or however she was feeling at the time. So yeah, I was excited, but she really couldn't see how excited I was. Because I didn't want to make her feel worse than what she did until she came around. And even when she came around, I don't think I really went overboard with it.
No, you didn't.
Because I haven't done backflips since I was about 12.
Don't try it now.
13, but
Don't try it.
Yeah, I'm not trying. I do want to learn how to do one again. Just a sidebar. Yeah, I would love to be able to do flips again.
You somebody uncle, like you told me. Uncle and daddy said, go ahead and
Yeah,
let that
but
go.
there's some older gentlemen that I've seen on the web that's doing flips and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can still do it.
Okay.
Just do I want to dedicate myself into doing that? Do I want to fall on my head a few times before I get it right? I got to get that part first.
Well, actually, I'm just going to go back a little bit. I kind of found out I was pregnant in February. But we didn't tell anybody until I think April. Yeah. And I think we told the kids first. When they came from school, we told them first, and Taylor just fell on her knees.
We had a video, but I hadn't put it out or anything.
We told our kids first, and then we went and told our mothers, fathers, our parents, and then our siblings. We called them and just told them. The experience have gotten better, a whole lot better. The journey have gotten better, I think, for me personally, because a lot of people were saying at first, well, you should feel happy, you should feel blessed. First of all, don't tell me how to feel. I don't think anybody understand that when you're not expecting something and something happens, you have to let that person go through their feelings at the point in time. It doesn't matter if it's a birth, it's pregnancy, it's a job, it's something. You have to let that feeling run its course. And I think I was just so aggravated because people kept saying that. I was like, well, I feel the way I feel, Right. And not to be mean, it's just my feelings. God brought me here, he's going to get through it, but you can't tell me how to feel because you may be excited. You can be excited all day long, but let me get out what I have going on.
Right.
And then let me be excited. Let me enjoy the moment then. So now I'm enjoying the moment. like I said, took a long time, but took a minute, a month or two,
Yeah.
for me to realize.
And then just imagine on my end where, because with Brandy, I knew Tiffany was pregnant before Tiffany knew.
Mm-hmm.
With this one, I knew Tiffany was pregnant before she knew.
How'd you know?
I just know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't really explain it. I just knew. And so, you know, when she's saying she's late, you know, when she was saying she's late, you know, I had already knew, okay, yeah, you later than what you realize you late. And so, you know, I was like, hey, let me just put this thing to bed and go get a pregnancy test so that, you know, she can know what I already know. So that she can confirm what I already know. Because, you know, she like, I better not be pregnant. I better not be pregnant. I'm like, you are. But let's just go get a test just to confirm that and verify that. And it's funny because she went on this thing in, what was it, November?
What thing?
Where you weren't drinking any alcohol.
Oh yeah, starting November, the day after Thanksgiving.
So that was the main reason why we weren't doing tasting with the Smalls anymore, was because she said, I forget how many days.
75 days.
So 75 days with no alcohol. And then, you know, she found out she was pregnant, and it was like, oh, well, that 75 days definitely getting extended out for.
I said I should have had a drink, y'all. I was like, man, if I knew that, I would have had me a couple of drinks. I don't drink like that, but still.
But that's funny because you remember when you found out you was pregnant with Taylor, I think she had just bought a bottle of wine, and like a day or two later, she found out she was pregnant, and so I think I ended up drinking that bottle of wine too.
You probably did. But, you know, I did have my drink Thanksgiving night. I think a day before Thanksgiving, a day before. I think Wednesday and Thursday maybe.
Right.
Or something like that. And then after that, it wasn't happening.
Nope.
Nothing else to drink. I was trying to get me some glass of red wine. Mm-hmm. Right. I thought they said you could have one glass of red wine.
That's what they said. That's not what I said.
But I said, well, he wouldn't know what I drink if I'm not around him, y'all. So I never had anything to drink with my kids, but I was just thinking, like, what if I have that glass of red wine? Nobody will know. Because who gonna tell? Because I can have it by myself.
Jesus watches everything.
Jesus ain't gonna tell. That's me and his secret.
He would have told me. He would have told me.
That's our secret. It's me and Jesus' secret.
No, he would have told me.
That's our secret. Now, the catch is, you know, since we're having this conversation, like, our family is growing from 4 to 5. I feel like, you know, you have 2 kids, is 1 child per parent. When you got 3, I feel like you're a little outnumbered, right? I don't know how you feel about that. I'm just like, man, I'm a little outnumbered because, you know, it's like everything gets bigger. With 2 kids, you can have a regular car. With 3 kids, it's like a bigger house, maybe a bigger car. Well, outnumbered.
I mean, not necessarily. And number one, it's weird hearing that from you, being that you come from a large family.
Yeah.
You know, you're the baby out of 10 total siblings. Mm-hmm. You know, whereas I'm the oldest out of 3. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and then not only that, but you have, you know, most of your aunts and uncles have, you know, more than 3 or 4 kids. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's not like, you know, y'all got a gang of cousins over there.
We do.
Where in my family, the
Both
most
sides.
That one of my aunts have is 2 kids. I got 2 aunts with 2 kids. So, you know, the amount of cousins is very small, at least first cousins. The amount of first cousins on my side of the family is small compared to yours.
It is.
You know, I could take my first cousins and it's probably the same amount as your siblings.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you know, we had 3 boys. And, you know, I think Phil is what, 5'11". So we're not small guys at all. And Phil's the shortest at 5'11". Mm-hmm. And so, you know, for all 5 of us to get loaded up in a car.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I mean, it's doable.
Yeah, you know, it's doable. I mean, we probably will have to get a bigger vehicle now in that, car seats, strollers, stuff like that. But once they get a little bit older, especially once, because I think Taylor can go without a booster seat right now. She just doesn't like to. She tried it. She doesn't like the fact that she's lower in the seat. So she's like, I want my booster seat back so I can sit higher, so I can see out my window like I'm used to seeing. So, she'll probably sit in there a little bit longer. But I think once Brandy gets to the point where she doesn't need a booster, it'll free up a lot of space. We'll just have the one booster seat in there, and then they can flank the child on either side.
Well, it's funny how kids, like I said during this thing. So Taylor asked me one day, she said, well, where the baby gonna sit? And I was like, in the car? And she was like, where? Because we don't have no room. I was like, well, we gonna make room.
Yeah.
And it's funny how we had this conversation at the church, and we said our kids have never really seen us struggle, right? So they don't know nothing but the struggle. We may have seen our parents struggle and things that they went through, but our kids my kids haven't really seen that from me and Brandon. And even if we were having hard times, it was back in the day when Taylor was like 2 and 3, we trying to figure out finances, we're young, but Taylor haven't really seen the struggle, right? Like we did when we were with our family. So it's funny, I'm looking at her like, we're not getting a car right now. We got some other things going on. And she was like, well, we're going to need something bigger. I said, where's your money? Where's your money? But it's just strange how they say the dirtiest things, because Brandon is right. I do believe that we'll be fine with the car. We both have cars. We'll be fine with the car. But it's just strange how I just feel like with 3 kids, you just outnumbered you. I don't know why I feel that way. And maybe, the kid, Taylor will help out some. She'll help out and she'll do some things. And I'm thinking she will. She said she wasn't. But now I think she's coming around.
She will probably be... think about how your older sibling, some of your older siblings.
Well, when I got older, when I was young, my oldest brother is 17 years older than me. The next one is 16, the next is 15, the next is 14, I think. Because I'll be 42. She's 52? Yeah, so it's like 17, 16, 15, 14. They're older than me. So it was funny because by the time I got in middle school or so, those dudes were out the house. They were gone. So it's mostly been like 3 or 4 of us in the house. It wasn't a lot of us. So it's strange. And I mean, some of them, of course, you're closer to the ones that are closer to you. But like the older ones, I love them to death, but they was always gone. They were gone because they were older. So with Taylor, by the time Taylor turns... By the time Taylor turned 18, the baby will be 8. She said she out of here, so I don't know how true that is. She said, when that baby turned 8 and I'm 18, I'm out of here. So
I can see her, like, even if she stays in town to go to college, I can see her being like, nope, I'm staying on campus. And there's nothing y'all can do about it.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not staying in the house with y'all when I have a high school sibling and elementary school sibling where when I'm in college. I think she's gonna want that freedom, gonna want that, no, I'm not picking up, a little kid.
And maybe different. I have a friend at work. His daughter's in her late 20s maybe. Mm-hmm. And his and the baby girl is going to sixth grade. Okay. And they're super duper close. He had 3 older kids, then he had the daughter because he remarried after like 15, 20 years. So, and the older sister does everything for the little sister. So I think it depends on the child and their personality. I don't know. We're going to see with Taylor.
I think she will come around. I think she's going to be a lot closer than to the child than what she says right now. Brandy, she already talking about, I can get up in the middle of the night and give the baby a bottle. I'm like, no, that's not your responsibility, Brand. You're going to be in school, you don't have to get up. We're not asking you to get up. We don't want you to get up.
I'm going to ask her to get up. Go get that bottle.
Maybe on the weekend, if you feel like getting up, fine. But you got 5 nights out of the week that you got to get up to go to school in the morning. we need you sharp, we need you fresh and ready for school.
And I need that help. So I was thinking too, like, how would our household be? You know, going from a 10 and a 6-year-old, soon to be 7, to like a newborn, y'all. My sleep is sometimes precious to me. So, you know, I can sleep. My kids can do stuff for themselves, bathe themselves. Taylor's starting to cook at the age of 10, doing little stuff. We teach her some stuff. She's starting to cook. You know, they can pick out their own clothes. Taylor, you know, she can do her hair a little bit. Some to the point like, a newborn.
I mean, as far as sleep, fortunately, I have a job that gives paternity leave. So I got 6 weeks at home paid, so I can be there with you. Now
But guys always say that.
We're gonna have
guys always say that. Then the baby cry. Let me tell y'all, the baby cry, and they're like this. They don't move.
It was different. Well, number one, I'm gonna go back to what you said.
Both pregnancies.
I'm gonna go back to what you said.
What you said.
And what your mama infamously said.
Right.
They don't cry blood.
They don't.
So, you know, maybe they go back to sleep. Not, you know, if they hungry.
But he didn't get up, y'all. He didn't get up. He was so excited, and so I had to have that pep talk. I had to have that pep talk.
But, you know, what's different this time is that I don't have to go to work for those first 6 weeks. Versus before, I think the most I took was like a week.
Doesn't matter though.
And so, you know, I'm going back to work. And then you got to also remember with Taylor, once I went back to work, that's when they changed my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So I was getting off at like 1 o'clock in the morning, getting home 1:30, probably falling asleep by what, 2? Because it always takes me a while to go to sleep. So, and then, you know, once y'all would leave in the morning to go to, drop Taylor off at daycare and for you to go to work, I would go back to sleep, but I wouldn't sleep very long. So when I had that schedule, I really was not getting that much sleep. And then, you know, turn around, what I would do was on Saturday morning when I got off of work, you know, I went to sleep and then I was off, you know, Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday when y'all would wake up, I would wake up. So if I didn't go to bed if I didn't fall asleep until 2 and y'all was up at 7, I was up at 7 right there with y'all.
Not all the time, but
most of the time.
Not all the time.
So really it was Sunday night going into Monday morning that I actually got to sleep. Because I can go to bed at a normal time on Sunday and would not have to get up, you know, because I didn't have to be to work until 4 o'clock that afternoon. So, you know, I could sleep through the night, wake up when y'all got up or whatever, then I can go back to sleep.
Well, it's going to be a little different in the household. I mean, it's an honor, it's a blessing to be chosen to carry another child. For it to be a little boy, I always wanted a little boy, and I ended up with 2 girls. So I cried when I found out Brandon was a girl, Brandy, because I told the Lord, I said, God, you know, only wanted 2 kids, Jesus. You could at least give me 1 boy, but He must be knew I wasn't ready for a boy. So I guess now I'm ready. But like I said too, it's going to be an adjustment I think for all of us. I mean, you know, we're used to getting in the car, and I'm used to getting in the car. I speak for myself. Brandon speaks for himself. Getting in the car, I'm used to riding. Come on, girls, let's go. My 2 little best friends, 2 little girls, get them in the car, and we just ride somewhere, and they can fend for themselves. So I told somebody, I said, I wish I would leave the child in the car. I'm so used to getting in the car. Brandon ain't gonna let that happen. Yeah. Mommy, Brandy's the one that you left your mask, or you left this, or keys or something. Yeah, so
she's a rule follower. She remembers everything.
So she's not gonna let that happen. But at the end of the day, I'm excited, but I'm just gonna be honest, as a busy mom, just trying to figure out, like, make sure I don't mess up. And that's because it's gonna be new to me all over again. You know, it's not like my kids, the first 2 are like 3 years apart. This child was like 7 years from going on with 7 years from the baby. So, and like I said, it's 10 years from Taylor. Yeah, so it's going to be different. So prayerfully, I'm gonna get it right.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should get back in the swing of things. It's just gonna be different, car seats, strollers,
Yes.
packing diaper bags,
Yeah.
um, formula. I
Mm.
pray this formula shortage is in the rearview mirror by October, because
Shall see.
yeah,
Well, Taylor is very good at math. So Taylor said when she was mad that day, going back when she was mad, she said that's why when that baby is 18, you could be 60. I told my mom, I said, Mom, my chest got so tight. She said, why? I said, I thought I was tapping out at 53, 54. I said, but somebody was like, only 60, only a couple more years. I said, 53, 60. It's different. It's different. I don't care what nobody say. It's different. And so I told myself that I wasn't gonna be no mama walking up in the classroom looking 60 years old. I ain't about that life. I ain't about that life.
Well, I mean,
I have myself together.
As a senior in high school, I don't think he would want you walking up in his class either.
I don't care, but still, I'm see me in the street like, oh, that's your grandmama? No, no. So I got to keep myself up, keep myself going and keep myself up, because I was like, I will not be that parent. And it's funny because one of my church members told me yesterday, he said, you need to talk to such and such, his wife. He said, because people ask her, are you her grandmother? I said, oh, that won't be me. I refused. I can see you say sister or somebody, but you're not going to say grandma. No.
Yeah, luckily I don't have any gray hairs yet. Hopefully he doesn't bring me any gray hairs.
He probably will.
He may. The girls haven't stressed me out too much. Brandy works my nerves here and there, but she hasn't stressed me out too much. So hopefully he will. I'm hoping he's like a good blend of the two. Like is outgoing like Brandy, but is also calm like Taylor. Like he's cool around people and around crowds, but it's still like laid back and chill. Like that's what I hope for. Now he'll probably be like the complete, I don't know. He might be an extreme version of Taylor. He could be an extreme version of Brandy. It'd be good if he's somewhere in the middle, but I can see that not being the case at all. Because, he wouldn't be that lucky.
But what do you look forward to?
A lot of things. I would want to see what he is like, what he's into. Like, what are some of the traits and characteristics that he picks up from me? Because it's different when the girls pick up traits and characteristics from their dad. It's kind of like you want them to come to those things themselves. Like with sports, I never wanted to push sports on the girls. I would rather for them to be interested in those things honestly. I never wanted to push like action movies and stuff like that onto the girls. I do like the fact that they enjoy Star Wars, that they enjoy like all the Marvel or most of the Marvel movies. They haven't seen them all yet, and even some of the Marvel and Star Wars TV shows that come on Disney Plus. They do like those, but I never push that on them. I think with a son, naturally you want him to pick up some of your more manly.
So you say you would push him?
I wouldn't push him, but I would definitely introduce it to him.
Okay.
At a younger age than I did with Taylor and Brandy. Hopefully he's somebody who, my dad was fortunate that he had 3 boys that were all good with their hands like he was, so that he was able to pass those things down to us, washing cars, cutting grass, building things. And all of us kind of we all are good with our hands, but all of us in kind of different ways.
True.
From my dad. Hold on, let me sorry about that. So yeah, we all are good with our hands. We picked that up from our dad, but all of us are good with our hands in kind of different ways. Phil is definitely an electronics guy. Mike is, good with like woodwork and carpentry and stuff like that. All of us kind of dibble and dabble with cars. All of us do yard work. So, I would want him to kind of pick those traits up. It'd be cool to have, when I'm outside washing the car or changing the oil or something like that. Daddy, what you doing? How you do that?
Well, see, you didn't used to let Brandy do that. She used to want to wash the car so bad. Get in the house, Brandy. I told Brandon, Brandy gonna put him in a nursing home.
What?
He always talk about me, y'all. Because I be disciplining the girls and stuff. He said, you going to nursing home. I said, okay, they gonna get you too. Brandy gonna get you. Okay. He keeps saying, Taylor ain't gonna let that happen. Okay. Taylor gonna go somewhere and Brandy gonna get him. I'm gonna be right at the window waving at him.
Because like my dad, and he can attest to this. I don't like stuff that's half done, and I don't like when you play around doing things. So like,
you don't like stuff that's what now?
Like half done.
Okay.
Like when I'm doing stuff with my hands and stuff like that. Like there's a certain way that I wash a car, and it's the same way that my dad basically showed us how to wash the car.
You don't like things half done.
And so when you come out there and you missing spots and stuff like that.
I mean, she want to try. It's not like you can't let her play and try for a little while.
I get that, and go there. But I want your full commitment when it comes to stuff like that. She's a child.
She's the one to help and then go.
That's just like when we told our dad we wanted to play basketball. He was like, okay, if you're going to play basketball, y'all got to, because basketball was his sport. He was like, if y'all are going to play basketball, y'all are going to, I'm not saying that y'all are going to be the next Michael Jordan or, in his day, he would have said Dr. J or Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. He wasn't expecting us to do that, but he didn't want us to go out there and, basically want a participation trophy. I'm out here just running around, I'm fouling everybody, I'm traveling, I'm double dribbling, all that kind of stuff. No, Dad would have pulled us off the court. If you're going to play, give it your all. That's not saying that you're going to be, all state, D1 prospect, all that, but play to the best of your ability and be serious about it.
This is washing a car. I get it, but this is washing a car.
Yeah, but that is... Outside is my territory. Inside the house is your territory.
Not really. Did you see that video on social media where he said, if she cook, I'm washing the dishes. If she's feeding the kids, I'm changing the diaper.
No, you're misunderstanding.
No, I get what you're saying about...
You are the manager of everything that goes on in the house. That's not to say that I don't help. But you like the inside of the house to look a certain way.
I do.
To be, you want things put up, you want things clean, you want all that kind of stuff.
I do.
Outside of the house, I'm the same way.
Okay.
I want my grass cut a certain way. When I wash the cars, I want the cars washed a certain way, and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And the only difference is, for us, it's a requirement for us to help you inside of the house.
Yeah, it is.
It's not a requirement for y'all to help me outside of the house.
No, but sometimes we do.
I'm never going to ask y'all to cut the grass.
Well, I'm not going to do that, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'm never going to ask you to. I'm never going to ask y'all to help me wash the car. Now, I will ask y'all to help, get the trash and stuff from the inside of the car, and then I can vacuum it and stuff like that.
I wash my own car. No, I mean, I haven't washed my
You've
car.
washed your car maybe 3 times since we've been together.
No, more than that.
No, it's been like 3 times
No, more
since
than
we've
that.
been together. It's okay, 4.
No, even more than that. Cause I just
No.
get out there and wash my car.
No, you did not.
I just washed my car not too long before I was pregnant.
Yeah, but that was like the first time in almost 10 years that you
No,
went out
no,
there and
no,
washed your
no.
car
No.
by yourself.
No, that's been,
Yes.
that's untruth, people.
That is the truth.
No, it's not. I washed my cars before then. But anyway, just looking forward to the change. And I guess for me, I'm looking to see, they said, like on TikTok, Facebook, and just reading stuff, they said that a little boy's first love is his mom. So I want to see how our relationship grows. And I don't want to take nothing from the girls, because, I love my girls. Like people say they love their kids to death. I love mine to life, right? I want to live for them. So I just want to see how our relationship blossoms from mother to son, how he likes to be nurtured. It's different from what the girls want. Is he going to be a daddy's boy or mama's baby or both? Just looking just to see, because Brandy is a hugger. She's a touchy-feely baby. She's to this day, she's still touchy-feely. She want a hug. I'm leaving the house. Give me a hug. And I give it to her because it gets to the end of the day that my child get grown, she might not want no hug. So I'm going to give her as many hugs as she wants. So I do give it to her. Every time she come, I give her a hug. All right, Brandy, come on. And I try to make it like I'm not annoyed now. The Brandy asks you for a hug, she'll come lay up on me. And right now, of course, since I'm pregnant, she want to rub my stomach. She want to lay on me. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm just going to let her do it because she know that, okay, I'm not going to be the baby anymore. My time is almost up. So I'm going to get as much time as possible. And I think it's cute that they named the baby
Little Nugget.
Little Nugget. Because we didn't tell them we didn't know what we were having at the very, very beginning.
At the very beginning, yeah.
And so they were like, well, what is it? We're going to name the baby Little Nugget. And I said, well, my child get grown, y'all not going to call him no Little Nugget. So, I say BJ, just to keep it flowing, keep it.
Yeah, everybody
decent.
has different names. Little Nugget, Little B, Little Brandon.
Who said that?
The girls.
Oh, we're not doing all that. You're confusing the child. It's too many names.
Deuce.
I don't want Deuce, but
It's okay.
we don't want Deuce. Get BJ and just keep it moving.
You'll be all right.
BJ and keep it moving.
You'll be all right.
Keep it simple.
I'll be calling him Deuce.
Want no Deuce and he grow up Deuce and he get in school. No, it's not good.
I mean, he don't know what his name is.
I know, but that's still not good. But, hey, go with the flow, I guess.
Yeah.
Go with the flow?
Yeah, you'll go with the flow.
I don't really like that. BJ would be fine with me. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be fine.
When he comes to you, Mommy, my name Deuce.
No, I don't really like that.
Okay.
But, it is what it is. It is what it is. But just to make y'all laugh, when we first found out, I didn't know what we were having. I didn't know what I was having. So went to the doctor, had the doctor appointment, and the nurse gave me, she said, well, do you want to know? I said, well, she said, what we'll do is we'll put it in an envelope. So if I won't put it on my chart. She said, don't go on my chart and look right now. I said, okay. So I was like, she said, better yet, I'm not going to put it on there. I said, don't put it on there.
No, she put it on there.
She put it on there?
Because remember, I looked at it.
Well, I don't know. I gave you the envelope.
No. You gave me your phone with my chart, too.
You couldn't find it, I thought.
No, I found it. I just didn't know that was it. Like, I saw something.
Oh.
And because I didn't know where to look. So I'm just looking through all the tabs.
Mm-hmm.
And then
What did it say?
I saw something that said mail. And I was like, okay, is this it? I don't know.
See.
And so I didn't want to, because I didn't know that where I thought it would have been, it wasn't there.
Okay.
So I found it someplace else, and I was like, okay, it would make more sense for them to list it on this tab. It's not listed on this tab, so I don't really trust the tab that I found it on.
Well, I know she told me not to look at it. So when they gave me the envelope, I took the envelope and I just handed it to Brandon. So she started laughing. She looked at me. She's like, oh, you don't want to know? I was like, nah. So I think Brandon looked at it, and I think I looked at it like 3 days later.
Yeah, I looked at it in the car. I want to say your appointment was like either that Monday or Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at the envelope in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Knew what it was, put it back in the envelope, and I stuck it in my desk drawer when we got home.
Mm-hmm.
And probably, so if the appointment was Monday, Tuesday, probably Thursday, Friday of that week, Tiffany was like, "Where's that envelope at?" It's like, "It's right here in my desk drawer." "Why, you want to see it?" "I don't know."
Yeah, let me see it.
And then she was like, "Yeah, let me see it." I was like, "You sure?" She was like, "Yeah, let me see it." So, got it, gave it to her. She said, "Oh, this is how they tell." Because, and I may still have it in my drawer somewhere. I don't know where we put it after that. But so they give you like a certificate that tells you boy or girl, but then they wrap the certificate up with another sheet of paper because they print it in color. So they had the boy in the bright baby blue ink or whatever, but because they have it wrapped up in another sheet of paper, you can't see through the envelope. It's like envelope, paper, and then certificate, so you really can't see through it. But yeah, but then it was funny because we knew since what, mid-April maybe? I think it was around mid-April. We knew what we were having, but none of our family knew until Memorial Day weekend. I think we might have told like 3 people.
Yeah,
we might have told like 3 people.
I think it was 3.
What we were having.
3 of my friends, right? I think it was 3. It was Shaniqua Allison. I think it was 3.
Yeah, those 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because I told the first 2.
Yeah.
And then you told the last one after you found out.
Yeah.
So I knew first. I told 2 people because Tiffany was like, "Yeah, go ahead and tell them."
Well, you told one first. She knew for a while when she came to spend the night here. She knew. But the other one didn't know.
Yeah, because I texted her.
Yeah. But the other one didn't know until, because she wanted a gender reveal. And she was like, "Oh, yeah. I don't want to know either." And then when I found out, she was like, "You found out? Well, just tell me now then, since you know." Yeah, and I was like, "Well, how you ain't told me? Just tell me." So I went ahead and told that person. Then I told another person. So that was it. Yeah. And so for the gender reveal, it was a gender reveal for everybody else, but not really for us.
Right.
We just did it to let everybody know what we're having. A lot of people called it. We had a lot of people prayed on that thing. A lot of people prayed on it from church. A lot of ladies.
But it was
like,
funny because
hope you have a boy.
Because everybody was like, "Yeah, we're praying that you're having a boy. We're praying that you're having a boy." And it's like,
the whole time
it doesn't matter what you're praying for. We already know. It's too late. You should have prayed for a boy before she even got pregnant.
Well, they didn't think I was having any more kids.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but by the time you were pregnant, the sex of the child was already determined.
Yeah, but
we just didn't know, and then we went to the ultrasound. What was that? That was in May. She had like the detailed ultrasound in May that confirmed, because sitting there with 2 girl ultrasounds, you kind of know what a girl looks like. For those of y'all who have kids, when I looked at this one, I was like, "Oh, I see male parts."
Yeah. So, and this baby pregnancy has been very different at this age. At the age of 41, to anybody, I think the first pregnancy with Taylor, I bounced back, snapped back, was real. Second pregnancy took me a little bit longer, but this pregnancy right here, my body's different. I'm aching, pain, use the bathroom nonstop. So it's been different.
The same with both kids.
But not to me. This started very early.
Yeah,
it started very early because I started going to the bathroom like every hour and an hour, probably like in March. After I was like, God, I thought it started later on, but no.
And then you were sick a lot this time. Well, initially, you were sick a lot. I know with Taylor, it was just your smell.
Yeah.
With Taylor, it was like, there's certain scents that just like would make you mad. She couldn't stand the smell of barbecue at all. So it's funny. So what triggered it? We had something at church, and I think they had like pulled pork or something like that. They had something with barbecue sauce on it, and she got to church and was like about to gag. What's that smell? It smells disgusting or whatever. So we realized, hey, the smell of barbecue and barbecue sauce specifically is a no-go.
And then your soap was a no-go. Oh my God.
But before we get to the soap, it was funny because, I wanted barbecue so bad. So I used to sneak barbecue at work. We had a restaurant down the street not down the street, but a short distance from my job, black-owned barbecue spot that some of the guys used to go to. And
True
girls.
Barbecue?
True Barbecue.
Okay.
And so I sneak off to True Barbecue during my lunch break. I was like, I got time to eat it and get the smell off me before I get home. Because I just she couldn't stand the smell of it. And because she couldn't stand the smell of it, it just made me want it more because I knew I couldn't have it.
Greedy.
And then, I bought some soap. I think Chris Paul endorsed the soap back in the day. And so, I'm like, hey, if it's tough enough for an NBA locker room, it's good enough for me. So I remember I went to the gym that day, came home, washed up, got into bed. Tiffany wake up or roll over or whatever happened. You stink. I just got out the shower. She's like, you need to go wash again. I just got out the shower. She's like, what kind of soap do you use? Don't use that soap no more. So the soap literally sat in the shower. The next day I had to go to the store, buy a different type of soap. I can't remember what it was, but buy a different type of soap and use that type of soap throughout the rest of the pregnancy while that original soap just sat in the shower looking at me every day.
Whole new bottle.
And then even after Tiffany had the baby, I think I waited 3 months after Taylor was born before I used that soap. I was like, forget it. Tiffany's just going to have to get mad at me. But by that time, her nose kind of went back to normal. So
my nose went to normal.
Yeah. So I was back eating barbecue, and I don't think I bought that soap ever again. But I was like, I done paid money for this. I'm using it.
I know. But yeah, this pregnancy, I was just sick. I was trying to figure out when I went to the doctor. She was like, well, you have to, you gain too much weight. And I'm looking at her like, how did I gain weight, lady? The food ain't staying down. And I don't be eating, I eat better now, but I wasn't eating good then. I would eat once a day, sometimes twice a day. And I was like, oh, everybody like, you got to eat. I was like, okay, yeah, I do have to eat, but I'll be home working and just, I don't know how I work from home and then don't eat. But anyway, it happens. It happens.
Because you don't get up from your computer.
So, but, yeah, I was trying to figure out dang, why I gained weight? That confused me. So last time I went to the doctor, I did really good. But I do go to the doctor.
2 days.
In 2 days. I was like, well, I don't know. I probably gained weight. Last time I didn't gain any weight. She said, you didn't gain a pound at all. I was like, yeah, I did really good. But this time, I don't know. I don't know.
And you really haven't listened to anything that the doctor said because you hadn't been walking.
Yeah, I ain't working out.
You hadn't been exercising.
I ain't did that either. I walked maybe twice since I saw her last month.
They about to put you on a diet.
2 or 3 times.
They about to put you
2
on
or
a
3
diet.
times. But I don't feel like I gained that much weight. I feel like I'm still I'm mostly stomach, but I don't know.
We'll see.
We're gonna see. I mean, a lot of people say they can't tell me pregnant to see me from the front. So that's thank you, Jesus. Lord, I thank you. Like Tabitha Brown. Lord, I thank you. But I don't know. We're gonna see. Wednesday I'm sitting here looking like, well, I can't go on no diet now because I only got 2 days. Unless I starve myself until I go. And I ain't doing that. So I ate good today. So I was trying to eat good. So we're gonna see, y'all. We're gonna see. I'll keep y'all posted for next episode. I'll let y'all know if she put me on a diet.
Yeah, they about to put her on a diet.
Hopefully she won't.
She done passed all her other tests.
Glucose test, I had to take that over.
Yeah.
I failed that too. I didn't do good. But I fail at every pregnancy. I think that's a setup. Every pregnancy I failed it. I had to go take that 3-hour test. This time I remember it being a little different. I was like, man, so now they draw your blood every hour on the hour. So I sat there for 3 hours. They draw my blood 4 times. I was like, Lord, just let this be over. But it's all good. I passed it. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
But we're going to see on Wednesday. So prayerfully, I don't have to be put on a diet. And I'm good.
Yeah.
Because I ain't exercise.
We're going to have to get you walking.
I ain't walking.
She'll come outside. She'll come in the garage and look at me lift weights. That's her exercise.
And then when I go walking, I got to use the bathroom when I'm halfway from the house. So it's like the baby like to sit on my bladder. Let's be honest. And it hurts. So as soon as I stop walking, it's like that little joker just sit down there. And I'm just like, dude, you was up high the whole day or something more. So I don't waste my time. But y'all pray for me.
We're going to get you on the little the little cup things. The little thing that the truckers use.
You use bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
Brandy be like, ew.
Well, Brandy don't have to be here. We can go walking while they in camp and,
Mommy,
when they go to school.
Mommy, you peeing that? Ew, Taylor, come here. You know, that's her favorite line. That's Brandy's favorite line when she sees something. Taylor, come here, Taylor, come here. So Taylor gonna tell Brandy tonight. Brandy got snitching on her. So Taylor said, Brandy, you need to stop being a snitch. She was getting mad because Brandy had so much stuff on Taylor. And Taylor say, that's why Brandy was twerking. I said, when? So my birthday. I said, your birthday? To my birthday last year when I was 9. I said, Taylor. She said, Brandy said, Daddy already got on me about that. Maybe when they were here. Daddy already got on me about that. So Taylor was like, man, I don't have anything on her.
No, I got on her about that at camp. When she was at camp acting up.
She was twerking at camp?
That's what they said. That's what you told me.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. You said she was twerking at camp. She told one of the ladies. Well, my mommy said
no, not twerking. She was telling her mama it was something else, not twerking. She was talking about something else. Can't remember what it was, but it wasn't twerking.
No, I thought it was.
No, like a toy or something she brought. I said my mommy said I can have this. It was a watch or something, but she wasn't twerking at camp.
No, the watch was a different time. It was a time before that she did something.
She ain't even twerking though. We don't play that. We don't twerk. She don't even know what that means at all. Well, y'all, it's good. It's glad. I'm glad that we got to do a podcast. Like I said, it's been a long, long time for us. Trying to stay on schedule.
Yeah, we're gonna do better. We're gonna do better. We gotta figure out some scheduling things.
Got some things going on right now. You know, we'll talk about that later. But
yeah,
we
got some other stuff. This isn't the only thing that's been going on.
It's a lot.
We got other stuff like our lives. Just 2022 is like a crazy year.
It is. But I did start my business, Divine Unity. So go to Divine Unity, www.divineunity.com. It's spelled DIVINE. Okay? I think I spelled that right.
YOUNITY.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go there. I have some shirts. I just added some new shirts on there. Business have been good. You know, starting off as an entrepreneur, business have been good so far. I'm not going to complain. I just feel like when the time is right, it'll blossom. Not going to complain. So the people who going to support will support. The people who will not, will not. Right. Not holding grudges. You know, it's a business. It's life. You don't know when people have and when they don't have. So that's the way I look at it. Positive attitude. Positive mindset. So if I continue to go, now at first I was mad. I was like, this person ain't support me at all. But you know what? It is what it is. I try my best to support Black-owned businesses, people that I know selling stuff. I try my best to buy one thing. I bought something this year, when I found I was pregnant. I bought an outfit, and I ain't wear it yet. So I guess shout out to OTG, athleisure wear. I did support, but I didn't wear the outfit because I found I was pregnant. I was just like, oh, well. So I still have it. I'll wear it after I had the baby. Yeah. And I'll take a picture just to support. But what do you have to say?
And, you know, y'all let us know, too. You know, Tiffany has embarked on, you know, entrepreneurship and selling T-shirts. And, you know, depending on how you guys support us, you know, we came up with a few designs for the Small Shop podcast, and hey, we might do merch for for you guys. So don't be surprised if you see us with the Smalls Talk Podcast logo t-shirt soon. And then, depending on how y'all like it, y'all may see it on the website somewhere.
And I would love to get to the point where we individuals just send us there. Of course, the podcast is still growing. We have a lot of growing to do because consistency is key. And just to be honest, we did celebrate a year in June.
Right.
A year in June. We didn't do a podcast for that year in June. So that's something that we need to work on. But life happens, but we just have to be more consistent about what we're doing if we really want this to work, right? So prayerfully, we're going to get better. But I would love to have people send merch to us and we can do something for them, like a small business, put your merch out there, say something, and just, do a shout out to you and whoever the business is. I mean, I would love to do that. So I'm open for ideas, open for opportunities as well. So just keep us posted.
Yep.
What you got going on?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. Well, thank you for watching the Smalls Talk. I just hope that you all continue to stay with us as we continue to grow, like I said before. And we out.
Peace.